Welcome to Linda's Creative Coiling. Today I'm working on a stitch that I call the checkerboard stitch. That's kind of a new name for this stitch that's been around for a long time. The way you do this, to start, I did a few rows of the swirling basic stitch, and I made sure I was very cognizant that I had an odd number of stitches so that I could have filled spots and empty spots and end up at the right place when I come back around. So I have an odd number of spaces there. What I've been doing is I'll wrap a section and then take a stitch. So I'll wrap till I get out here to my thread. One more little wrap. I'll wrap to right there, and I'm doing it where I'm going just under the threads. You can do this where you go down into the pine needles, but I'm doing just under the threads, so I'll go under that thread. Right there, I'll go under there. And that finishes that little wrap section. Now I'll take a stitch just going under this thread. So I'll just go across. I'll go under the thread and take my next stitch, and that creates the empty section. This is going to be a wall hanging, so I'm being very careful to keep my rows flat. Now I need to do a wrap section. The way I'm going to do that is I have my new thread. This is in the turquoise color. I'm going to switch colors. So I lay this thread, lay this old thread right along the coil, hold it with my thumb. I take my new thread, lay it right parallel to that, and start wrapping over the top, and wrap that really tight, tight. Wrap a few times. I don't want to overlap those threads. Wrap a few times. Now, what I can do, condense it a little bit. What I want to do is make sure that those little thread ends get covered up with my wrap. So I'm going to trim those off pretty close. Trim those off so that I can wrap those in. So I'll wrap those in. Wrap those little thread ends in there. Then I can use my gauge, condense that wrap. All right, now I can take a stitch. I'm going to go just under those, a couple threads in that wrap. Go under a couple threads. Pull it tight. Now I take my empty stitch, so I'll go just out here to the end of that and go under a couple threads. I don't want to split that thread. There, go under those threads. Pull it very tight, make that stitch across there. Now I can wrap my next section. I'm going to put in a pine needle. Keep my gauge full. You always want to keep your stitches tight and your gauge full. Now I can wrap another section. So now I wrap. And I'm going to condense and see if I need some more. Yeah, and see, I need some more so I can fill that whole space. So I'm going to wrap a few more times. and condense. Now my wrapped sections will get wider and wider as I go out, which is fine. It's kind of a nice look. Okay, find my needle. Go under just a couple threads there. Go under just a couple threads on the end of that wrap. Go under just a couple threads. Pull it down tight. Now I can take my next stitch. I go over the top, go under a couple threads, and take my next stitch. Now you can see the pattern developing where it's like a checkerboard. I'm going to do a couple more rows of this with different colors. I'm trying to match my center, so I'll have white and do a few more rows of this. So I hope you enjoy that checkerboard pattern and can find a way to use it in your baskets. Thanks a lot. See you again soon.
Hi, I'm Linda. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you liked it. If you would like to subscribe to my channel, you can click the subscribe button and ring the bell, and that way you'll be notified next time I post a new video. Hope to see you soon. Thanks a lot.